Hi everyone, it's Athena. Welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday, December 19th, 2019. So let's kind of give you a heads up about the winter solstice that's coming up on December 21st. Okay? I wanted to talk about that because every year, right, it falls usually a few days before Christmas and New Year's Eve, right? And mind you, it's not just a fun coincidence. There's actually deep meaning here, okay? And what is that? Well, we celebrate the solstice as in the longest hour of darkness, right? Or should we say, as we're very well aware of, most of us are, of rebirth. That rebirth is of the sun, right? And that is believed to be some powerful energy for rejuvenation, renewal, right? And self-reflection, which it fits in perfectly with, obviously, the implication of what it means at the end of the year, every year, right? It comes in perfect timing, of course. It's known as the labyrinth, right? And what do we identify? What is the labyrinth? Well, a labyrinth is an ancient symbol, right? That relates to one's wholeness. It helps us to understand how the imagery of a circle, right, and the spiral in that circle, meandering is the word I hear, a purposeful path, right? So we have the circle. Let's just say the circle. And within that circle, in the core of that circle, is our journey, our path, our center, right? And it goes around. It's like the wheel. I don't know why I'm using my left hand. Receiving. Okay? So the labyrinth is this symbolic circle with the imagery of the spiral of the core of our existence being the center, which emanates out into the world and basically is the metaphor for the journey within our deepest self, and understanding and getting and gaining a broadened understanding of how far we've come and what we've learned. I hope that makes sense. You might have to rewind that one because that was intense. All right. So in pagan times, right, the winter solstice was referred to as like Yuletide. Why do we say Yuletide? Yuletide Carol. That's the winter solstice, which was a celebration of the goddess moon energy. Okay? And that was believed to be the day that the moon gave birth to the sun. Now, if you're not particularly religious or spiritual, you might feel like, oh, well, geez, this has nothing to do with me. Well, actually it does, because the winter solstice is a time where you're going to find yourself, which we do, whether you want to believe it or not. You find that your energy is where you're going to find opportunities to look within your own self, your own being, and focus on what it is that you want and need now. During the ending of 2019 into 2020. So it doesn't matter what you really believe in because you're part of this labyrinth. Because we are the journey. So we don't need to label it, but let's embrace it And now understand that on the 21st of December, it's time to examine your lives, let go of your past, lock that door, and set new goals and intentions for the coming year. How do you want to make changes within your own self? Write them down on the 21st. It's a rebirth, my friends. Okay? All right. Let's see now. That was a 5-minute intro. But it had to be said because I want to help people. I'm here to help you. So we're all on this journey. All right, let's see what the universe wants to tell us. Well, look at this. Why are we feeling unfulfilled? Self-love is new love. Is it not time yet? Have you not completed a rebirth in order to love yourself, in order to reflect? This is a reflection of yin yang and then wholeness. So what does the ACE stand for? Well, we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost to the new year. The ACE is January. So by January, let's get this card reversed. Let's reverse this and let's get this to our new beginning, our setting intentions, getting the goals set. For others, if you don't want to talk about this, the implication of setting goals and on your journey and the end of year as the solstice, it is, why aren't you loving yourself? Maybe you need to, let's see what else comes out, but why are you not feeling the love? Someone's not feeling the love here. Oh, wow, look at this. Okay, so what does this mean? You must love yourself in order to find yourself. This is the reflection. Look, this is the same card, one joining with your soul counterpart. Two becoming one, right? But it starts with you. So one, either masculine or feminine, is not ready, obviously. What does that mean? It means that someone is not feeling the love within self in order to get that soul counterpart reflected upon them and have peace, love, comfort, joy, happiness, right? But it doesn't mean that you need to have another in order to have hope of being happy. I mean, that's not what this means. This means be in love with self. Then you will attract and reflect that love upon another. But you must love yourself in order to get that. And it doesn't work. This is giving and receiving, yin and yang, but it starts with you. That's really interesting. Very, very interesting. Cool. It's a 12, the ace and the 2. And this is why. Exactly. This is why. Because this is the rebirth that I'm talking about. This is when this is the solstice that's talking about the celebration of the moon. It's the darkness, the moon, right? The moon giving birth to the sun. This is the sun. Rebirth. Exactly what we're talking about here. It's a time of contemplation. We need to be silent now. So for the next couple days, be silent within yourself. Find your center. All right, now, for those of you who don't want to talk about that, is this a rebirth of a relationship on a, 3D level? I really do. I am a spiritual guidance counselor. So my readings are about that. Helping the self become love. But on another level, another plane, we're talking about rebirth of self-love in order to gain love for others. Not just a soul counterpart, which that is. But I'm just saying, some are going through that right now, right? Some are wanting to resurrect, I'm also hearing, the resurrection of a love right here, but love's missing. Someone has unrequited love in a relationship, and someone wants to resurrect it and make it, and make it happen. The moon, right? Becoming the sun. So someone wants to resurrect that love, great love, believing, but you can't resurrect the soul counterpart love, or any kind of love actually, unless you have the love for yourself. You just can't. It doesn't happen. The door will open. There's the sun. The sun is behind that door. This is the rebirth that's being talked about and look at the depiction of these cards. Same colors. This is in pagan times, the winter solstice, Yuletide carol, the goddess moon, the feminine moon, okay? Gave birth to the sun, both, depicting the day and the night. So if someone's wanting to resurrect something, the door is open, but this has to be, that's why it's the first card out. It's the most important part of this whole story. It's your story. This is your heart. This is your love. This is the love that you have for yourself. So to resurrect any kind of love here, any door that's going to open to a great love has to come from self first. Otherwise, it's not going to become. It won't happen. The lessons that you've learned, you've surrendered, you've been on your knees, you've been stripped of everything, but guess what? The blessing is all the knowledge that you've taken. Now the swords are out of your back, right? The learning has happened. It's always darkest before the dawn, as we know. I had to say it for whatever reason. It came out for someone to hear. Because at your deepest core, it's what you learn and how you grow in order to become. Bottom of the deck. In God's timing, is there a second opportunity? Is there a chance to resurrect some love here? Is someone going through a rebirth and learning to love themselves in order to get the resurrection of a love that could potentially be so true? But it has to come from you. You have to do the work. You have to know that these lessons were not easy lessons. They're not easy. This is not easy. This is being stripped to the core of your being. What does that mean? It means surrendering, finally surrendering. It means the end of struggle, pain, because you've learned now. That's why it's reversed. You've learned. And now we have the angels here depicting the circle of life. Heaven bound is as above, so below, watching this unfold right before our very eyes, literally. In God's timing. There we go. The Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, the beautiful Queen of Swords only speaks her truth. And while she speaks her truth, she expands and she grows after all the knowledge that she brings. She's this feminine energy. I say she because it's a she here depicted on the card. This feminine energy went through this. Big time. Pain. Endings. So for anything to transpire, she must go back to the drawing board. This feminine energy has to go back to the drawing board. You have to go back to the drawing board and work on yourself. But this queen has done so. This queen has done that. Because we have the judgment. Judgment day is here. She's ready. This feminine energy is ready to love again. Ready to love again. Ready to love again. After learning again. Look at blue, the darkness and the light. It's all over this board. The dark and the light. The resurrection of who one becomes after they go through like the dark night of the soul. The resurrection, right? So people may be judging you. Or you're judging yourself. It looks like it might be yourself. Judging yourself. Maybe finding a new perspective of what you believe in order to grow. But this queen has done so. Why? Because she speaks her truth. She communicates exactly what she wants. Independently so. Yes, she does. Being victorious. Knowing that the past, this is not going to happen to this Queen of Swords. It's just not going to happen again. Because now this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius has gained knowledge, value of self, and opportunity knocks at those who value themselves, going through the dark night of the soul. So why is this reversed? Because the great love that this queen is looking for as well. So it's two scenarios. This queen is just finishing up the rebirth in order to find true love again. And the second part of it, for those who it applies to, this is about knowing your value now. Who the one, looking for the one. You have to be the one to get the one, right? You have to be the one to get that which you seek, to be seeking you. But let me tell you right now, this queen is saying, I'm ready, but I'm not seeing any potentials here. That could also be the case. It doesn't, different storylines here. Don't try to fit it. Just if it works, then it's for you. So the judgment is, who is worthy of this queen's love? Who is this queen going to choose? Well, I don't know. Let's continue, because this has piqued my curiosity for sure. Forgiveness. This queen has had to keep a very stern poker face. This is my poker face. The woman who does not show that her heart is broken. The wound is still open. It must be healed. It will be healed. Okay? It will. And there could have been a judgment on someone else doing something that caused this pain, right? Something happened for this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and if it's not in your chart, then you know that it's just about someone who has been really plagued, I'm hearing. Plagued with the pain and keeping a real poker face here. Not showing her pain to anyone, but will overcome it for sure. What has been illuminated? What is now the goddess moon energy saying to us? Is this the depiction of the moon giving birth to the sun? Well, yeah. Yin and yang. Yin and yang. The reflection, and you see there's stars all over the place here. Stars, stars. The star, actually, as you can see, is the moon is a star, the sun is a star, right? So, again, dark and light. So the illumination that came to this Queen of Swords, whatever this Queen of Swords has found out and is judging or being judged, because it works both ways, is that this Queen of Swords is going to conquer herself, coming out of it victorious, coming out of her head and maybe not wanting to believe what she has been, what has been exposed, right? One more, right? So I'm going to say that the last 2 to 3 weeks, I'm going to say 3. I'm hearing 3. Within the last 3 weeks, this Queen of Swords has been enlightened. She has been privy to some information that has caused her it has caused her to be sour. Sour grapes. Why am I hearing that? Has caused her to be sour. This could be a union that she thought was her soul counterpart, and an ending has happened in a relationship because someone doesn't love the other. There's unrequited love here. So that could be the pain. The pain is that someone, you know what? The pain is the realization that there is unrequited love in this relationship. But the victory here is that this Queen of Swords is going to overcome the pain. Okay? Right now, people may be judging her and or you. If you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart, then that's what this applies to you. If you have Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, it applies to you. If not, it may not apply to you. Or you're dealing with a Queen of Swords who does not have in a relationship here. I mean, these 3 cards speak in a relationship that's been through a death, an ending. Someone got really like on your knees, hurt, betrayed, what have you, in a home situation, right? Someone might have just spoken their truth and said, you know, listen, here is the tea. I'm not in love with you anymore. I mean, it happens. And understand that the reason why this is happening, it is divinely guided, because nothing can remain in this winter solstice. Nothing, the past must go. The people of your past who don't serve for your highest good must be let go, must be released. I've said that many times, yeah? Okay? So this could be someone wanting to resurrect something that ended, but the universe is saying it's not for you. And or you're saying it because the Ace of Cups is reversed. Sorry. That could be your truth. Maybe that was your truth to someone. You took, that Queen of Swords probably took her power back and said, you know what? No judgment, but I'm not loving this marriage, this relationship, and I finally spoke my truth and I'm victorious. And hey, you know what? I'm hurt. I am hurt. I'm very hurt, but I got to come out and tell you the truth. Someone probably just said, enough's enough. I got to be, and now, by this Queen of Swords speaking up and telling her truth to whomever in a relationship, a marriage, what have you, now this will turn around. This will right itself up and self-love will be had so that a new relationship can form. You cannot, the solid ground that we talk about, right, in a relationship, to build a solid foundation within a home requires truth. That's the only way you're going to build a house that's, you have a stable, the stability, the core of what keeps a home stable is the truth. Oh my goodness. The universe is asking that we all be truthful and come to terms to build a foundation for the next decade, right? 2020. Build this house with the core that holds a house together to become a home is the truth. It balances everything out. The sun has been born. There it is. The moon has given birth to the sun. The truth has been spoken. The balance has been had. Someone had to tell the truth. Someone knew that the only choice for peace of mind in this situation was to tell the truth. In a marriage, in a relationship, after suffering, after years of struggling, years of denying your truth, your back is turned toward the light. Your back is turned toward the light. That's where the change had to happen, because you cannot build on the basis of this. There's no love. All right. The bottom of the deck. Someone took their power. Someone took their power, spoke their truth, has found the strength to speak their truth, has become wise because of it, and took their power back, for sure. And now this Queen of Swords is saying, you know, I'm so proud of how I'm proud of what I have achieved so far, because I suffered a great deal, and whoever wants to judge, go ahead. Whoever wants to throw shade, that's fine. Throw shade. But I need to be empowered so that I can move forward with my life, being truthful, in harmony with what is serving me for my life. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2020. I'm calling the truth card 2020 because the reflection is from the universe coming into, right? This is the universe. Here's the universe, the reflection, as above, so below. Okay, I've already gone 30 minutes in. So let's get one Ascended Master Archangel card for this beautiful reading of the Labyrinth. Let's make changes within ourselves. Use your energy. Use this time to write down what it is that you aspire for yourself. What is it? It's not, I'm not talking resolutions here. I'm talking goals that you're going to achieve right here, front and center. Archangel Michael, thank you. Protection, truth. Archangel Michael is the archangel of truth. Masculine and feminine, right here. The sword of truth is what Archangel Michael holds in many depictions. This particular card is the truth that lies right here within. Heart. Archangel Michael showing the heart here. Right? The truth. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael is asking you to trust in heaven. Again, the masculine and feminine become whole. Here is where the power lies. Within heaven. Trust. Have a great day.